Hey everyone, thanks again for tuning in to Love and Wisdom with me, Wiza. For those of you who are new, this is a channel where we explore how to navigate the challenges in love, relationships, and dating, and we'll be drawing inspiration from books, movies, and other art forms to support us in that journey. So let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about the following situation. I met someone online during the pandemic. We've been texting for a few days now, and in the last text I received from them, they asked if I wanted to meet them outside for a coffee and walk. I'm not sure what to think. Is this a red flag? So this is a really interesting and timely situation to be discussing. And I can definitely understand how having someone ask you to meet them outside at this time during a pandemic could raise red flags and could raise alarms. It may make you question this person's sense of ethics, or you may start to wonder whether this person is actually keeping a social distance in their own personal life, because that could endanger so many people. However, I would not assume that you're dealing with a bad person or someone with loose ethics until you do a little bit of digging further and make your boundaries known to them. So I would, if you're not comfortable meeting in person, which I definitely don't think it's a good idea yet to be meeting a stranger in person outside until we get some more information in terms of the social distancing rules. And I know we're hearing a lot in the media right now about loosening restrictions, but we have to get clarity on that before we start kind of jumping the gun and just like having these kind of meetups. But make your boundary known, see how they react. If they're reacting in ways that are pressuring, or if they're trying to convince you even after the fact, even if after you have let them know that you're not comfortable meeting them, that's when I would say it is a red flag. But prior to that, if it's simply a text where they've asked you, I would approach the situation, first of all, from a standpoint of exploring and digging a little bit deeper to understand where they're coming from, and it's stating your boundaries very clearly and assessing the situation. And the reason I say this is that we're at a time right now where we're all kind of struggling in our own ways. Socially distancing from people, lack of touch, lack of closeness with others is not a natural state to be in. So we don't really know what's going through people's minds, right? But so we have to, I really do believe that we should approach people with empathy at this time. And of course, that does not mean that we allow anyone to cross our boundaries. And I highly recommend that you do not meet them in person. But why not continue, if you find that it was just a simple question and they're apologetic and they are respecting your boundaries, I wouldn't write them off. I wouldn't write them off as like a red flag until that point. So get to know them, and also let them know that sometimes by getting to know each other a little bit deeper prior to an actual meeting, that can actually be even more fulfilling. It could build up desire. It could really allow you to get to know them a little bit better, to see if you would even want to meet them. And I think patience in this situation is a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna actually read something from one of my favorite poets, Rumi, and this is Rumi's Book of Love. And I have a little quote that I put in here that I'm gonna read to you, and it's all about patience and kind of relishing that time in between. So this is the quote. Patience is not sitting and waiting, it is foreseeing. It is looking at the thorn and seeing the rose, looking at the night and seeing the day. Lovers are patient and know that the moon needs time to become full. So that's a really great quote from Rumi. And it's all about how sometimes in that in-between period, before something materializes, before something comes into fruition, there is a lot to be learned from that in-between period, a lot that you can gather, a lot of information, a lot to relish. So I really hope that you take something beneficial from the segment today. Be safe, set your boundaries, and be empathetic. I think those are some of the things I'd like to leave you with today. So I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.